All right, people, we've got some big news. Marvel Studios has finally dropped the first trailer for the Fantastic Four. First steps, and let me tell you, there's a lot to unpack. We're talking 1960s retro-futurism, epic space battles, and Galactus? Yep, the Devourer of Worlds is making his move. So, let's break this down, piece by piece. By the end of this video, you're going to know everything there is to know about Marvel's first family's big debut in the MCU. All right, listen up, because this is important, the Fantastic Four. First Steps isn't just another superhero movie. This is Marvel's first family finally getting the proper MCU treatment, but with a fresh twist. We're talking a 1960s-inspired retro-futuristic world, which means this isn't the same Fantastic Four you remember from the comics. This is a whole new take on their story, set in an alternate universe that reimagines their origin, their mission, and even their place in the larger Marvel timeline. And yeah, before you ask, this isn't the main MCU timeline we've been following for years. It's an alternate universe, separate from what we've seen before. That means no Avengers, yet, no multiverse saga interference, just a self-contained, focused story that reintroduces the Fantastic Four in a way we've never seen before. So don't go expecting Reed Richards to drop by and chat with Doctor Strange. This world plays by its own rules. Now, does that mean we'll never see this version of the Fantastic Four cross over into the bigger MCU? Who knows? The multiverse is wide open, and Marvel loves to connect the dots. But for now, we're getting a bold new take on the most famous superhero family in comics, and I gotta say, it looks like they finally got it right. So, with that in mind, let's break down what this movie is setting up, the insane details in the trailer, and what it all means for the future of Marvel. So, let's talk about the trailer itself. Right off the bat, we get this cool, classic Fantastic Four feel with the Baxter Building, a cozy family dinner, and some banter between our heroes. But hold up, this isn't just any setting. We're in a retro-futuristic 1960s. Okay, hold up. So we see Ben Grimm before and after he becomes the Thing. And man, they nailed that look. Seriously, they got the rocky texture just right. I mean, it's him, no doubt. Sue Storm in action? Check. Looking good. Looking powerful. Invisible Woman doing her thing. Johnny Storm lighting up the screen? Absolutely. Flame on, baby. And you just know he's gonna steal every scene he's in. Reed Richards being all brainy and mysterious? Oh yeah, you can already tell he's cooking up some serious science talk, just waiting for the moment when he stretches his arm across the room like it's nothing. And Herbie the robot? Wait, yep, he's here too. And apparently he's into cooking. I did not have that on my bingo card, folks. A robot chef. That's new, but hey, I'm here for it. And then, folks, boom! We get a glimpse of Galactus. Ralph Ineson is playing him, and if his voice in The Witch is anything to go by, this guy's about to be terrifying. But here's the kicker. We don't fully see his face. We just get a tease, which means they're saving the big reveal for later. Marvel, you sneaky geniuses. And get this, Silver Surfer is confirmed. But wait, it's not Norrin Rad. Julia Garner is playing Shalabal, who, in the comics, was a herald of Galactus. What does this mean? Is Norrin still out there? Could we get multiple Silver Surfers in Avengers? Doomsday? So many questions. All right, listen up. This isn't just another superhero flick. No. This could be the movie that changes everything in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You feel that? That shift in the air? Yeah, that's Marvel rewriting the rules. First off, we're talking a full-on alternate universe, set in a 1960s-inspired world that looks straight out of a sci-fi fever dream. This isn't just about giving us a different aesthetic, it's about introducing a whole new corner of the MCU that feels completely fresh. Then there's the superhero celebrity culture twist. These aren't just heroes. They're public figures, they're icons, they're the faces of an entire era. And you know that's going to come with a whole lot of drama. Fame isn't always a good thing, especially when you've got world-ending threats lurking in the shadows. And speaking of world-ending threats, Galactus. Yeah, I said it. The Devourer of Worlds. If Thanos had the universe shaking in its boots, then Galactus is going to crush it under his heel. This is a cosmic-scale villain, the kind that makes Infinity Stones look like party favors. Oh, and one more thing, brace yourselves, because this could be where Marvel starts planting the seeds for the X-Men. That's right, mutants. You thought the Fantastic Four showing up was big? Imagine if this movie is the key to unlocking an entire new era for the MCU. You ready for that? 'Cause I sure am. Now let's talk about what makes this different. Marvel Studios is not doing another origin story. Nope. These guys are already heroes, already known by the world, already famous. And that's a big deal because it means we're skipping the whole "how did they get their powers?" thing and jumping straight into their family dynamic. Because that's what the Fantastic Four is all about, right? They're a family first, heroes second, and from what we saw in the trailer, this movie is really going to lean into that. Okay, let's talk casting. We've got Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, and Eben Moss-Bachrach as Ben Grimm. Fantastic casting, no pun intended. But there's one big question. Who is John Malkovich playing? We see him in the trailer, looking all mysterious. Some say he's playing Ivan Kragoff, aka Red Ghost. Others think he's Mole Man. But I'm telling you right now, if Marvel casts Malkovich just to have him play some minor villain, I will riot. Tell me you don't want to see Malkovich as Dr. Doom, but more on that later. Speaking of which, there's a wild rumor going around. Robert Downey Jr. could be coming back as Dr. Doom. Yeah, you heard me. Some fans believe this movie will introduce Doom in some way. Maybe a post-credit scene, maybe a cameo, or maybe they're setting him up as the big bad for Avengers, Doomsday. We know the Fantastic Four will appear in both Doomsday and Secret Wars, so if Doom is coming, this would be the perfect time to introduce him. All right, so here's the deal. I watched this trailer and at first I was excited, but then something felt off. Like, is Marvel going a little too far with these millions of universes? I mean, seriously, how many different versions of reality do we need before it all just turns into a messy blender of multiversal nonsense? And you know they're going to try to pull all of this together in the Avengers movies, right? That's their big play. But here's my problem. At this point, it feels like Marvel's just saying, hey, let's take every superhero movie we've ever made, throw them in a pot, and boom! That's Avengers Secret Wars. And honestly, I'm kind of bored of that idea. Like, where's the build-up? Where's the investment? It's starting to feel less like a connected universe and more like a greatest hits compilation where they just shove everything together and call it a crossover. But at the same time, I want this to work. I want the Fantastic Four to finally get the movie they deserve. And if anyone can make the Avengers storyline actually make sense, it's the Russo brothers. So yeah, I still have a little bit of hope left. But enough about me. I need to hear from you. Are you hyped for the Fantastic Four? First steps? Or are you starting to feel like Marvel is getting lost in all these multiverse plot lines? Who do you think John Malkovich is playing? And let's get real for a second. Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom? We know he's confirmed for Avengers, but could he already be showing up here? Maybe just a tease? A post-credit scene? Or is this all just wishful thinking? I need to know what you guys think. And most importantly, is this finally the Fantastic Four movie we've been waiting for? Or are we setting ourselves up for another letdown? Let's get the discussion going in the comments. And hey, if you like this breakdown, you know the drill. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss a video. Because trust me, folks, we're just getting started. See you next time, and remember, flame on!